Hey MVPs, RicoKnows here. Going to talk to you guys about UFC Fight Night. If you didn't know, there's fights every single week, and I pick fights for a living. Shout out to all the MVPs on all the other platforms. I'm glad you found the video. We'll be doing this one for free. We'll be talking about the early main event, or the early prelim, excuse me. But the main event, here it is. Tiara versus Park. They just had a swap out. They put in Park in the main event, and we'll talk about that later. But look at this whole fight card. We're back in the Apex. We're back in Vegas, and I got to talk about the early prelim. Now, I'm making this the first fight of the night. Austin Bashi versus John Yannis. ESPN's moved it around. I don't know how this works, but I have it as the first fight of the night. Could be wrong. It could be these chicks down here. But we're going to just start with this one. You'll get the fight card. It'll be in order. You'll figure that out. But this is the one I'm going to give away for free. Everything else will be for the MVPs. Get to Patreon. Get to YouTube. Hit the join button. Do all that great stuff. Shout out to my people. But we got Austin Bashi, 13-1. He is the guy, the prospect everybody's been talking about for a couple years now, against John Yannis, a guy that won't even give you a picture of him. He's 31. He's got no stats. Don't believe in John Yannis at all. He's a plus 450 underdog. Okay. Austin Bashi. If you know anything about Austin Bashi, he's everybody's favorite because the ESPN crew, the UFC booth, they've made it this way. Like if you watch Contender Series, before this guy ever stepped in the cage, they told you he walks on water. He's the greatest fighter they've ever seen. He went out there. He was beating everybody on the regional scene. He's just the bee's knees. He won a couple belts. He beat these guys. He's been fighting in lights out championships, and he's been winning everything from lights out. Now, I don't know who the fuck lights out is. I don't know what that's about, but he got there. He got to Contender Series, gets a submission in the second round. And then in his debut, they give him the prospect killer, Christian Rodriguez. And C-Rod goes out there and he beats the hell out of this man and shows him there's levels to this. And I have an issue with Austin Bashi. On the Contender Series, I think he was a minus 1,200 favorite in that fight against Dorian Ramos. And then against Christian Rodriguez, he was the heavy favorite. I think he was a minus 200 something favorite against a UFC veteran. And it wasn't even remotely close, right? I think he lost the fight 30-27, 30-26, 30-25 on my card. Like, he just looked terrible. The cardio wasn't there, and that's, Christian Rodriguez is going to take that from you. But Austin Bashi has no ability to really strike. And if I can tell you what he reminds me of, it's going to sound crazy. You guys aren't going to believe me. But I was a youth football coach of 13-year-olds in Southern California, Riverside County. Shout out to Palm Springs, California. And we were in Indio, California. And for 2 or 3 years, we never lost a game. And people wanted to know how were we winning all these games, because we did have good players. We had players that went to the NFL. We had players who were drafted. We had players who were doing all these great things. But we also had all these Mexican kids. And these Mexican kids were 12 or 13 years old with mustaches. Like they had facial hair. They had gone through puberty before everybody else. And they were fast. Now, when you got to high school, they didn't keep developing. They didn't grow any bigger, stronger, or faster. That's who they were. They were 5'6" in the sixth grade. And they're 5'6" today. It's just one of these situations where you had a team full of like athletes and then these people who didn't grow anymore. And I'm looking at Austin Bashi. He's 5'6", 145. First off, I don't think he belongs at 145. I think he's a 135 pound. But he reminds me of these guys with no potential, and they're not going to develop into like superstars. Just they lack certain skill sets. And Austin Bashi, I won't be the only guy in the world that's saying this, he just doesn't come across as an ass kicker. He doesn't. Comes across as a wrestler who's trying to learn how to strike. You seen all those Penn State guys? Those Penn State graduates who then go, I'm going to try and go to MMA, and they don't become anything? Yeah, it's one of those guys. Who was the black guy with the blonde hair? Is it Dawes? Phil something, man. I'm forgetting it right now. He just ended up only being a wrestler and nothing else. DeCassie's that way. Like, there's a bunch of dudes like this. And it's just sad to me. Like, the hype is there. Everybody's going to talk about Austin Bashi. And they're giving him this bounce back fight. They're giving him a handout. And even in this handout, he's a minus 700 favorite, right? And I'm going, okay. But does he have an advantage on his in stand-up? No. So the anticipation here, he's going to go down, grapple, roll, and do his thing, right? And the reason for this is if you go watch John Yannis' fights and you go see his loss over here to Gabriel Wanderlei gets a takedown, out-grapples him, ends up winning by rear naked choke in the second round. Guys, go watch Gabriel Wanderlei. It's fucking amazing. When he finally gets to the UFC, I'm on that dude all day. He's a thinner, skinnier guy who's just a backpack type of fighter. He's not a jiu-jitsu nerd like most Brazilian fighters, but he can go out there and do. That's a phenomenal fighter. Absolutely phenomenal fighter. And I'm looking at John Yannis, and he has this split decision loss to Cameron Smotherman. Now, Cameron Smotherman's in the UFC. He's been pretty terrible, and he doesn't have that dog in him. And that's his loss to a UFC fighter a while ago, early in his career. And then he went on a run where he's winning all these decisions. Do you know these guys right here? Like, look, man, let me not get too carried away here. Fury Fighting Championships has some of the greatest fighters out there. This is where Joshua Van came from. There's a bunch of people who come from Fury. And I just feel like this is a better fight league. And John Yannis has been knocking people out. He's 31 years old. And he's never really been beat to the point where I think he can't fight. Like, he can't scrap. I like his wrestling. He's a boxer. He does wrestle a little bit, okay? But I think there's going to be such a difference in his ability to strike that it could be ugly. Like, Austin Bashi is going to be doing that DDR thing we just saw last week against... Yeah, it's really like the main event from last week. It's one of these things, or RDR. I said DDR. RDR. And Rainer de Ritter against Bobby Knuckles. And you just went in there and you saw, like, okay, the striker looks crisp and everything, but eventually the grappler's going to win. And I got it, man. Austin Bashi's supposed to come out here, out-grapple this guy, and win the fight. But John Yannis is a dog. John Yannis is a dog. He strikes. He moves well. And when he's winning these fights by knockout, they're not one-punch knockouts. They are battle of attrition knockouts. They are you're ready to quit and you can't go anymore type knockouts. That's why he's getting knockouts in the 4th round. Go back and watch this one against Gabriel over here or against Nico in the 3rd round. Everything's just, it's an accumulation of strikes. He understands spacing. He understands how to put leather on people's face and not throw everything hard. He just touch you up, and then bang. I think he's a really seasoned fighter. And guess who Austin Bashi doesn't beat? Seasoned fighters. Now, he did beat some seasoned fighters down here. Some of these regional guys in Lights Out, they have tremendous records. They fought a whole lot of fights. But if you're going to take Austin Bashi as a minus 700 and parlay it with anything, your life is, you live life different from me, bro. You really do. So let me pull up the fight card for you guys. And I know the whole internet is just looking at this fight and just going Austin Bashi by submission. Well, they haven't done all this stuff over here yet on FanDuel. Like, you can't go do other props and stuff. But I'm looking at it. The DC stands for double chance. Double chance, and I'm saying double chance at sub and points. I don't think it'll be a knockout. I cannot see Austin Bashi one-punch knocking out John Yannis, and I can't see Austin Bashi ground and pounding John Yannis to oblivion, like to smithereens. No. John Yannis is a good fighter, and he's got a lot of dog in him. He's super confident. And if I was picking between these two dudes, I know Austin Bashi is going to come out and shoot up and blast the double leg. But what if we sprawl and you don't get the double leg? Or what if you're so tired you can't finish the double leg like he was against Christian Rodriguez? I just don't believe Austin Bashi, and it's minus 700 now. It's not 550. I apologize. Let's fix that. Okay? But we got a plus 400 chance of a dude who can really scrap. And look, Nick Aguirre. Nick Aguirre's a UFC caliber fighter. He's been in the UFC last 3 fights. Am I right? Yeah, last 2 fights, excuse me. Peyton Talbot subbed him in the 3rd round. He went 2 rounds with Peyton Talbot. He went 2 rounds with Dan Argueta, another UFC fighter. These are UFC guys. And Yannis knocked him the hell out in the 4th round, but he knocked him out. This is a good striker. This is a good fighter. Slick southpaw guy. So it's just one of these situations where they're giving Austin Bashi a bounce-back fight of a guy who's never fought in the UFC, and he should win this fight. I think that's fine. Even if he does win. Cool, man. Watch it. Cheer him on. But you don't need to put your hard-earned money on that guy. I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know where you work. How you get paid in life. But I'm telling you right now, you got no business doing this whatsoever. So let me explain the color scheme to you guys out there who don't understand it. If it's green on the card, if it's green, that's a lock. That means I really believe in it. It's parlayable. And there we go. This year we've been down on our locks. There's been a lot of upsets in the UFC. But our locks are here at 72% this year. Last year was 83.5% or 83% on the whole year. So it's tough. If it's black, it's a lean. Now, I like this right here. This is a black prop. Bashi by sub or points double chance is a black prop. That's going to land 57% of the time. And then over here, I have John Yannis with EV, expected value, because I don't believe that he should be a plus 400 underdog. I think when the books opened, this was a minus 200. When the books opened, this fight was minus 200. People have been pushing it. Vegas didn't think it was this high. The money's pushing it this way. And I think if you're getting in right now, you go this side. The value's there, or you avoid it. Right? Now, money line purple is 41.5%. The prop over here is 57%. Don't worry about the odds at Vegas. Don't do that. Listen to what I'm saying. You guys make your decisions based upon odds all the time. I have my own metrics. I keep track of my own stats. And when I make something a certain color, if RicoKnows made this black or if I made this green, it's going to hit at a certain rate. And the things I hit right are over here. So when people look at the fight card, they're going to go, Rico, you were on Yannis. Yes, I am. It's expected value. But what's my real bet for this fight? My real one's over here. I'm not contradicting myself. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm explaining to you guys which one has more confidence. We do this all the time. We cannot go, look, man, if I wanted my locks record to be amazing, what would I do? I'd go in here and go, yeah, take this guy, take this guy, take this guy, take this guy. I'm good. All the plus 500s or all the minus 500s and above, 400s and above, that's who I'm taking. That's not how I get down. The minute it gets to a certain point, I go, oh, we can't take this guy. Oh, no, we can't do that. There's no value in it. It's silly. And we just knowingly take the miss. Knowingly take the miss every single time. That doesn't mean you have to bet it. I got to pick every fight. You don't have to bet every fight. Okay, MVPs? I'm just letting you know. In this particular fight, it's an early prelim fight. If it's not the first fight of the night and they make it the third fight, it doesn't matter. It's still a prelim fight of fighters that we've only seen a few times. Now, I watched all the fights of John Yannis that I could find on YouTube this morning over and over and over. I watched them all. So I saw a significant amount of his fights. And every time I watched him, read the comments. Every time I watch the fight, I'm sitting here on TikTok Live just watching the fights. The whole time I'm watching his fights, it's just he's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. He's got that dog in him. He's just hungry. He's stalking his opponent down. He's not going to quit. He's not out of breath. He's not in a grappling exchange for the most part. So we're looking at Austin Bashi like, yo, you're going to grapple this guy and wear him out. I hear you. I think you're going to wear yourself out. 23 years old. His ceiling is here. I don't see his ceiling up here. I don't see a championship caliber fight. I watch fighters every single day, bro. I evaluate fighters all week long. We make picks every single week. For the last 2 years, we haven't missed a single UFC fight in 4K. I think 3 years, really. For 3 years, because we did it a whole year for free before that. In 3 years, I've live streamed every single fight with the MVPs on the Discord server. And I would tell you if this guy's got championship caliber pedigree. I would tell you if he's got a chance to win the fight and things like this. Austin Bashi should win this fight. He should. That has nothing to do with you and your hard-earned money. That has nothing to do with you at work right now, however much you make an hour, and you turn around going, Rico, I put 200 on this, Rico. No, bro, I tell you guys this every week. Before you put anything on Austin Bashi, shout out to him. And it's a lock. It's a lock of all locks. I've seen it on all these other cappers videos, all this shit. It's a lock of all locks. Before you do that, man, call up Tabitha. Call up Tabitha. Tabitha is your ex-girlfriend from high school, bro. Call her up. She's probably in a healthy relationship right now. And just tell her you want her back. Tell her you want her back. Buy her a charm. They still sell charms. Buy her a charm for her necklace with your initial in it. And then just mail it to her. She's married with 3 kids. I know, happily married with 3 kids. Just send her the charm. And just put from your secret admirer and then never talk to her again. That'd be a better use of your money than parlaying all this. That'd be a better use of your time, energy, and effort and money than parlaying all this. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Good luck, MVPs. I'll be breaking down all the fights for everybody. This is the only free one for the night. Obviously, the main event will be free as well. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace.